My name is John Sloane, otherwise known as Sloaney, because there was 500 Johns that worked here, so everyone used to get called by their last name. I started in 1973-ish. My parents had a summer home down by the Lackawaxen River, Rowland, and then when I was around 13, my father's like, you gotta find some work.
Do you remember what your first day at Woodloch looked like? I think it had something to do with you driving up and JK hired you on the spot.
Yes, my parents were at the cuckoo's nest and they were like, you want to go up and see if they need help? So I was like, yeah, okay. So we went up. They pulled in by the front desk and I went there and I was like, I'm coming in to apply for a job. I didn't know if you need any help. And they said, hold on. They rang a bell. JK was the dining room manager back then. And they rang a bell and he came out. I met him at the desk and I told him, you know, I'm living in the area. I come up for the summers. I was originally from Queens, you know, and he said, well, you know, when can you work? And I was like, I don't know. I guess I can work whenever. So he goes, can you work tonight if I get you a shirt? So I was like, I got to check with my parents. They're outside waiting in the car. So I went out. I asked my parents, can I work? And they were like, yeah, sure. We'll pick you up later. We're going to the Cuckoo's Nest for dinner and we'll come back and pick you up later on. So that was kind of my first initiation. And you got thrown in and you did everything. I went in the kitchen, I helped serve mashed potatoes and did everything in there and then do the dishes afterwards and then do all the classes and everything else. And I used to mow lawns. You did just about everything. You covered all the bases. Eventually, they were short in the bar and I wound up doing the glasses in the bar at night. Eventually, I worked into bartending. Someone would get called somewhere else. Randy would be bartending and he would be in the show. I'd have to go out and do the spotlight for the show. You were bartending, working the spotlight. Randy was in the show and you were still making all the drinks for everybody in the North Lodge. From Saturdays, you were here from 10 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like a tight-knit group of people and they made it fun. You know, like you were working, but you also had fun while you were working here. Guests and the staff getting along is a big part of being here also. I mean, it's not like you're just waiting on people. It's people that are genuinely concerned about you and you're genuinely concerned about them.
Is it fun keeping up those connections with the longtime family members that come in? Do they recognize you?
Yes. And sometimes I'm not good with names, but I'll remember their drinks. So somebody will be walking towards the bar and I'll say, he drinks gin and tonics and his wife drinks Bloody Marys. And I'll be like, do you want a gin and tonic and a Bloody Mary? And they're like, oh my God, you remembered. Seeing repeat customers is very fulfilling. You know, knowing that they come to Woodloch and then they choose to come back year after year. And then as their family grows, their kids, their grandkids, you know, great grandkids, that's something special that doesn't happen in a lot of places.
Woodloch is known for feeling like a family. When did it start feeling like that for you?
You know, I always saw it from the outside looking in. When I worked here, I was always making sure other families had fun. But it really hit home when I got married and I had my own children. And then I saw, oh my God, my kids love coming here. My wife says I kind of ruined it for her because this was her special spot to go on vacation with her family. So then it was like, okay, now we have a family. Where are we going to go? And we would try all different places. And it wasn't the same. You know, it's like, oh, it's nice, but it's not Woodloch. That was the comment that she'd always say. It was like a staycation. I mean, I lived a mile down the road and we would spend the night at Woodloch with the kids. We'd stay overnight. And then my dad was a big Irishman, teamster from New York, and he always went to the St. Patrick's Day parade in Manhattan. And then he got sick and he couldn't make it to Manhattan. So we put him in the back of my pickup truck and I had my wife drive and I walked behind and I put a green vest on our dog. And I walked from our house past the nightclub. We stopped in the nightclub, had a drink. North Lodge had a drink. We stopped at the pool. And then that became a ritual and it grew from there. Now we have the St. Patrick's Day parade. And last year, I think there was 250 people that came to the party after the parade. It's like the nicest guests come to it. The nicest staff go to it. And Woodloch has been very generous to let us take over the resort with my family and friends. And it works out well.
How has it been working with the Keys family ever since starting that day where JK hired you on the spot?
Great. And I think that has a lot to do with Woodloch's success. They're on property. I mean, JK is here from 6:30 in the morning till he'll say goodnight to us when he's walking out. When the nightclub's going on, they'll touch base in the bar. They'll go in the kitchen. They make the rounds. But if something's not up to par, an example is like an outlet not working or something. If you put a note in, it's expected to be fixed. And if it's not, he's like, what do I need to know? He'll stop in the bar and he'll say, what do I need to know? And I'm like, well, we put this notes in on different things, but some things didn't get, touched yet. And he's like, needs to get done now. And he gets it done. So people want to see things improved. If things weren't improved, people wouldn't put notes in. People wouldn't worry about them. I mean, he goes around and picks up papers on the floor, gets everybody else to pick up things on the floor. It's just the whole nature of the business. And you learn a lot from them, and them being here is very important.
If you had to describe Woodloch in one word, what would it be and why?
I would say fun. It's a fun place to work. If you come here as a family, it's a lot of fun. All the different games, activities, and everything else, they keep you going all day long. You can be as busy as you want to be, or you can just sit back and relax. So I would say the one word would be fun, I think. It's just a perfect place. And we've gone to lots of other places, Everyone seems to gravitate towards, no, let's just stay at Woodloch. Let's do something at Woodloch, So that made me proud of where I work.